Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Furina Listener by me. So let's get into it. You've been having trouble trying to see Furina lately. And you knew it was not easy for people to see Furina. After all, she was the Archon of Fontaine, a very important figure, one of the seven. So, it was not strange for her to be busy. But it was very strange for her to ignore you in such an outright manner, for no reason at all as well. And that's when you heard the rumors circulating in Fontaine. Furina was sick. Lady Furina, who has lived for centuries, was sick now, apparently. Something that you've never heard her be, and it was not very common for Archons to be sick as well. So I wondered just what could have truly gotten her down, and how she was going to get well. After all, Archon physiology must be a little bit different than humans, so something must be very severe for this to happen, and you were beyond worried. You had tried to talk with the guards, and they had, sadly, confirmed the circulating rumor about her being unwell. And now, you knew just why the court was in utter chaos. People were worried about their future. What would they do with Lady Furina gone? And also, the trials have been exceedingly boring without her around. It was natural for them to feel uneasy by all of this. So you did not feel confused by the sudden chaos that was happening, but rather you worried about Furina and wondered just how you could help her. You wanted to help her in any way you'd be able to, but it seemed like there was not much that you could do anyway. It was a difficult situation, with no solution that you could possibly think of, especially with her pushing you so far. So you decided to do the next best thing, which was contact Noblette, and you seemed to be sharing your worries about her. Indeed, Lady Furina is unwell, but I cannot seem to know anything about her. I've tried to talk to her many times, but she has continuously pushed me away as well. I've even offered to get Siegeween to help her with her illness, and yet she refused. I'm not sure what ailment has befallen her, but I only hope that she gets better, or at least that she asks for help when she's sure that she needs it. She's not too good at that, as you may know, he said, and that was most of what you remembered of the conversation. And then you exchanged pleasantries, waved goodbyes, and you left. And you didn't know what to do. You had no idea what you could do for her, but you knew something was afoot. So, you had to know the truth. She couldn't be sick. If she was sick, then things would not be like this. And after doing your best to find out what it may be, and wandering around a little bit in the Polymarmonia, you saw her. She was out of her room, and she looked a little bit surprised at you spotting her, almost like she didn't want to see you, which hurt you a little bit. "Oh, Ryan, I did not expect to see you here. What are you doing?" You told her that you just wanted to know how she was doing, and that you were worried, since you heard that she was ill. And she laughed softly. "Oh, you know how I am. I am not truly sick. You should not believe that an Archon could be sick at all. I'm merely saying that to see if the people will believe it, and to gauge their reaction. Isn't it so adorable how worried they are about me?" she said, giggling softly afterwards, and you could not help but feel like something was wrong. She was hiding something, but you could not know what it was. And you could tell from her eyes that she would not tell you. I just wanted some drama. You know how boring it gets. And the trials lately have been so upsetting. Novelette makes it a little bit too quick. So, I had to do something to entertain myself. Don't you worry about me, dear. I'll come out soon enough. Think of it as me taking a little bit of a vacation, alright? She said, and you nodded. You guessed that she was not going to let you tell her anything more. You tried to tell her that you were worried, and she ignored you. So, whatever secret she was hiding, or whatever she didn't want you to see, was big enough that she did not want you to know at all. And it seemed like you were not able to break through her walls so easily. She was the famed actress of Tivat. So, even though she could act very well, the eyes were windows to the soul, and you could tell her soul was not doing so well. And you had done something that would be very illegal for someone that was in love with the Archon of all laws and justice. But you snuck into the balcony. You wanted to know what was in her room. Maybe you'd find something, some clues, anything that would tell you just what was going on. Maybe it was a political matter that was worrying her. Maybe it was something that you should not know about, but you wanted to know anyway, just to help her. She didn't know you were in love with her, and you knew she would never accept your affections, but you hoped she would at least accept help from a friend. Or that you could tell Novelette, and he would help her in his way. And that's when you saw it. She was there in the room. You did not expect her to be there at all. But she was. And she was crying. It's so lonely. Postolor, what do I do? She cried into her hands, desperate, pleading, and begging to something you did not see. Someone. Postolor. Wasn't that her? Was she losing it? Or was there something you didn't know? She kept talking about Mirror Me and some other things you could not make sense of. But you knew whatever secret it was big enough to shake the entirety of Tivat. But you were going to find out. If it meant that she would not be lonely anymore, and she would not cry like this any longer, then you would find out no matter what. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you do like this, leave a comment and I'll create the part 2 if we reach 25 comments. I hope to see you again on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe as well. Bye!